You're not a straight person.
Biggie was supposed to go to London the day he got shot. And Diddy was the one that changed his flight. Told everybody, no, we got to change his flight. And they was like, no.
Yo, welcome back to the channel, man. If you don't know who I am, my name is Rod, and I'm back with another video. In this video, we're going to be reacting to people's reactions to Diddy's documentary. And this time it's going to be comedians, lawyers, and other important people. And the reason I'm bringing out part 2 is because Marlon, I'm not sure if you know Marlon. He is a comedian, and he's been going back and forth with 50 Cent on social media because of the documentary. And I just want to say that still people out here like Marlon who thinks Diddy is getting enough of what he's already going through right now. And there's still people out here who are like Diddy. Like, bro, I'm telling you, if you think the world is bad, just know that people out here who are worse than Diddy. There are people who are still supporting Diddy no matter what he's going through and everything he's done to people. People are still out here supporting him. Now, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's get straight to the video.
Oh, this documentary is insane because there's so much that we knew beforehand. There's so many things that we already knew where we were like, all right, this is, you know, we've all seen it. A lot of baby oil, way more baby oil than anybody needs, right? Which I will say this, watching the documentary now, knowing what we know, editing-wise, they didn't need that many shots of baby oil. That does feel like 50 Cent was standing in the editing room like, no, and put some baby oil right there. No, they mentioned baby oil, so go ahead and throw to the baby oil. Okay. Oh, but you watch it and yeah, you already knew the things he was implicated in. You already saw, oh, okay, there's this shooting way back when, there's this assault of this other rapper, there's all these like whisperings, and then you watch the documentary, and I don't know how he did it. I don't know how 50 Cent did this. This man managed to get things we've never seen before. Do you know how hard it is to have never before seen footage of things from like 20, 25 years ago? Like, a good example is, in the documentary, they talk about how much Diddy may have had to do with the deaths of both Tupac and Biggie, right? Which is also insane that someone who can't rap at all may have deprived us of two of the greats. That's crazy. It's so disgusting. It would be like if Trump shot two of the presidents that were on Mount Rushmore. Like, it's... like, and then years later, we're just sitting here like, not Lincoln. How you gonna do that to George Washington?
The thing is, I'm trying my best. It's just you got 500 allegations.
It doesn't matter what I did. It matters how I look to people. Y'all worry about CNN News. Put me on TikTok, put me on Instagram, make me look good. Get me a PR team that works with the dirtiest, sleaziest, slimiest. No, please kill him. I will pay whatever, just kill him. Please, Tupac, kill him.
Did you have anything to do with the murder of Tupac?
Who?
The rapper.
Tupac. How many?
No, just one. The West Coast rapper you had a feud
Oh,
with.
yeah, nah. I don't got nothing to do with that. Hey, don't forget to get the fanny pack, the one with the drugs and the gun and the baby oil in it. Yeah, we're gonna need that.
Hey, you sure I should be recording?
Why would you stop?
It's just the stuff you're saying.
You broke me. It's like y'all broke people just operate on a different level. Keep recording.
Hey, your best friend just died.
Yeah, I know. As you can see, I'm real torn up about it. But it's about turning a negative into a profit. I mean, positive.
Yeah, it's very kind of you to pay for his funeral, like you said you were going.
Me?
Hey, Diddy, this is my wife. She's an amazing artist.
Nice to meet you. Don't you think you met our wife?
No, we've been happily married for years.
I mean, you could join in sometimes. It's just, you know what? Let me take it from here. I don't know this man. I don't know his music. But from what I see, if you're happy and you know it, you clap your hands. If you're not, you don't clap your hands. It is very simple concept. If I see her clapping her hands, I'm going to think she's happy.
But sir, there's footage of him beating the shit out of his girlfriend.
That is just two people passionately in love.
So, do you beat your wife?
We're not talking about me.
So it's been made pretty clear that Diddy's a violent person.
I mean, he can be.
Why are you laughing?
It's just funny because, you know, I'm not really a fan of his, but I grew up listening to like all his artists, and he was making the same faces he was making to me and making the band, that show he did years ago.
So you essentially are a fan of his.
What? No. What are you talking about?
Hey, do you mind paying me for the years of work I put in?
Why would you want that?
It's just I have a family to feed and you're like making all of the money.
We have a good arrangement. Don't try to mess shit up. Hey, listen. Don't try to mess this up, or I'll kill you or put you in jail. Pleasure. It's a pleasure to meet you. Yeah. All right, man. Yo, give me some hand sanitizer. And fill me up a bath with hydrogen peroxide, Clorox, Lysol, all that. Ugh, I can't believe these monkeys touched me.
Diddy's team dropped an 11-minute video this morning ahead of his sentencing, where he presented himself as a do-gooder to appeal to the judge.
It's no better way than taking it to the streets. It's a beautiful city, running all around the city. It's gonna be painful, it's gonna be rough, but you know, if we get through it, then it'll show kids and everybody else that, you know, finish what you started and you can do anything you put your mind to.
It's filled with archival footage of him playing with his young children, meeting fans, running the New York City Marathon, and donating to schools. Much of it comes off like a documentary, highlighting his good deeds. But will it be enough to convince the judge to set him free today? Make sure to listen to the Trial of Diddy podcast after sentencing for all the details.
This morning, never-before-seen footage of Sean Diddy Combs in the days leading up to his arrest in New York last September.
You want to put stuff in my fanny pack, King?
The exclusive video obtained by Netflix shows Combs debating with his lawyers about strategy.
Listen to me. I'm going to get off the phone right now, and I am going to let you professionals look at the situation and come back to me with a solution. No matter what, no matter what nobody said. Let's just, here and there, y'all are not working together the right way. We're losing.
The footage is part of a new, highly anticipated docuseries by director Alex Stapleton and rapper and executive producer Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, titled Sean Combs, The Reckoning. Was there anything that surprised you when you were watching?
I think it was surprising that he actually filmed it.
It was very interesting to watch a man who's known for his brand presence. You know, he has a really amazing knack for marketing and all of that, and how he was sort of taking that into account in how he was coming off to the public.
The exclusive video also shows Combs in Harlem greeting fans.
I need some hand sanitizer. Hold on. I got it. I've been out in the streets amongst the people. Yeah, I gotta take a bath. Like the amount of people that actually I'm coming in contact with, like that's what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? Oh. It's like 150 hugs.
You're a public person as well, and there was one instance in Harlem, and his reaction when those people
Went away.
Got in
his car and said, I feel like I need to wash, like I'm dirt. That was, it show you his character.
was that the reason for including it?
Yeah. I mean, and what's the odds that you would do that in front of the camera? Like that's one of the moments where he forgot he was on tape.
How do you respond to people who say that it's more about the disdain that you have for Sean Combs than it is for giving the victims a platform?
What they consider a pre-existing beef, right, for 20 years, right, is me being uncomfortable with him suggesting that he takes me shopping, or I looked at it like it was like a tester, like maybe you'll come play with me, type of thing, right? And it's not personal.
I think it's important to also let people know that the show is not completely the perspectives of people that did not like Sean. We weren't trying to just get the highlights, the salacious details. You know, that the real goal was to storytell. And not everyone needed to have an allegation to be a part of this project.
The 4-part series also features 2 jurors from Combs' trial who are speaking for the first time about how they reached their mixed verdict, finding Combs guilty of 2 prostitution offenses, but clear of racketeering and sex trafficking charges, both sharing their thoughts on the relationship between Combs and singer Cassie. Juror 75 describing them as 2 people in love. And Juror 160 saying in part, domestic violence wasn't one of the charges. Cassie, is she a victim in all this?
I believe Cassie's a victim in all this because she came in as such, she's like 18, like 19 years old in the very beginning. After a while, over time, you condition for it.
The goal of what the film is trying to do is to let the audience kind of come in to ask questions like, were their decisions colored by certain things, and who got the benefit of the doubt, you know, in that courtroom?
Do you think that hip-hop culture was on trial as much as Sean Combs was?
Look, if I didn't say anything, you would interpret it as the hip-hop is fine with his behaviors. There's no one else being vocal. So you would look at it and just say, because that mind your business, or let me not say nothing about nothing, or those things, it would allow the entire culture to register as if they're for that behavior.
If Sean Combs watches this, what do you think he's going to feel?
Like, wow, this is amazing. I think he's going to say this is the best documentary I've seen in a long time. Because you'll see people saying that. I mean, he may feel a different way about pieces and bits of it, but he knows the truth. I think he'll see the truth.
Man, oh man, oh man. That Netflix documentary that 50 did on Diddy, exposing everything, footage that was never ever seen before, people that we've never seen before, exposing the truth about everything. Puffy, Diddy, whatever he calling himself now, is pissed because he tried his best to have that documentary stopped, completed, and now is trying to have that documentary taken down. But 50 Cent, being as smart as he is, man, him and his team make sure that they secured it where the documentary will stay on Netflix and will not come down. I'm going to say this right now. 50 ain't to be played with, bro. He ain't to be played with. I don't think 50 a billionaire like Diddy a billionaire or was a billionaire. I don't know how much all them attorney fees cost. But 50's not to be joked around with, man. He put the facts out there. I did not know that Diddy had another man fly in every year on Biggie Smalls' anniversary date that Biggie passed to have this guy smash his girl, man, for hours and for days. I didn't know that. The dude told the whole thing, man. And I was asking myself, man, where the heck did 50 get this footage at? And you know what I realized? When you're successful, you create enemies. The more money that you get, the more cockier that you become. Diddy was getting real cocky, talking to his staff crazy, security guards, ex-employees. So you know what? They had the footage on their phones from years and years and years. 50 pulled up with a bankroll and said, I'll take that. I'll take that. Here you go. And he sat on it for a long time. And he dropped it at the right moment, man. During the wintertime, man, when most people are in the house, man, watching television, trying to stay warm. I'm going to say this, man. Diddy can't do anything about this Netflix series. I'm telling you, man, it's bad. When I watched it, man, I ain't gonna lie. I watched all 4 episodes twice. It's crazy. If y'all ain't seen that Netflix documentary that 50 put out there, man, y'all need to rush. Y'all need to rush over there and check that documentary out, because I'm telling you, this is real drama, man. This is real drama. Diddy a dirty ass dude, man. Grimy. Y'all hear how he talked to his attorney when he was in that hotel trying to manipulate the system? Did y'all hear how when he was in the SUV after shaking people's hands and the guy gave him a jacket, a special jacket that was made for him, how Diddy's got in the SUV with his staff and said, I need to go take a bath. Give me the hand sanitizer. As if he's better than somebody. Just because you got money don't make you better than nobody. You know why? Because just like the rest of us, God got a date for you to check out. Just like he got a date for all of us to check out. But I ain't even going there, man. Go check that documentary out, man. Shout out to 50 Cent, man. You did your big one on collecting all that footage. That was a lot of footage over the years, bro. You guys go check it out, man. Thanks.
The Diddy documentary on Netflix is the gift that keeps on giving. The newest thing that's had a lot of great questions coming to us is about juror 160 or 140 or whatever her name is. A lot of people are watching this and saying this woman was absolutely biased. She was biased for Diddy. She was flirting with him throughout the trial. And is there a chance that the state or the federal government could actually appeal the sentence because there could be some unfairness? No. The United States or the state government does not have appellate powers after there is a not guilty. Why? Something called a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5th Amendment guarantees there's not an ability for double jeopardy. What does that long and short mean? The government can't keep getting 150 bites at the apple because that's what ended up happening. So think about it. If you are found not guilty and the government has the ability to continuously retry you, that's what they would do. And so what that means is our 5th Amendment guarantees that they cannot come after you again. And it don't matter. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Even if this juror comes out and says, I was biased, I'm Team Diddy, I was a fan of his, I was never going to come. It doesn't matter what she says, they cannot retry him. Now, there are other things that could happen. You could have possibly contempt charges, things of this nature that can come in, tampering. But as far as a retrial, it cannot happen. Now, you go the other end of the spectrum. Let's say, for argument's sake, there's somebody on the jury who is completely biased against Diddy, completely biased against Diddy, pro-prosecution. Maybe they were friends with the prosecutor, they knew the prosecutor. Then yeah, there is a chance Diddy could get a new trial. This has actually happened to us in one situation. I remember it was years ago. We were trying a case across the street over in the courthouse. We picked the juries. We're getting there trying the case. And I remember 11 of the jurors were not in, and there was one, and she happened to be the 4th-person juror. She kept looking at me, you black motherfucker. I was just like, God damn, this bitch hates me. Everything I said, she don't, I hate your ass. And sometimes you charge the game. You pick bad jurors, they don't like you, ends up happening. But this entire time, she's like, you motherfucker, I can't stand your black, and could not wait to vote guilty. So at the end of the trial, it was a guilty verdict, and there was just something about that juror that just kept in my mind. That bitch hated me. And everybody else loved me. And I love your mama. And so we did some research. It turned out that that juror on our case just happened to be the mother of a victim of a case that we had 5 to 10 years prior. We took that to the court. We said that this person had a bias. They did not tell the court about their bias, and they wanted to get on the trial. So the judge brought this juror back into the courtroom and interviewed her, and she basically went Samuel L. Jackson from A Time to Kill. Yeah, did it? I hope he burns in hell. And the judge's like, yeah, she's got a level of bias. And we got a new trial based upon after acquired evidence. Evidence that at the time we would not or could not have known, and it would have made a material difference in the trial. So yes, the defendant, if it turns out the juror is doing something they should not do, couldn't get a new trial, but the United States or the state cannot. Why? Well, because we want to protect the rights of a defendant. We don't want wrongfully accused in trial. As a matter of fact, we retried that same case and there was a not guilty verdict afterwards. So one juror, one man can make a difference, Michael. One juror can make a difference on a case. So going back and forth, it does not matter if this woman was butt naked in a Diddy video beforehand and smoking weed and taking lines of cocaine off of a stripper's ass in one of his videos. It does not matter. If there is a not guilty, the United States cannot appeal that verdict because of double jeopardy. A documentary is the gift that keeps on giving. Take that, take that, take that.
So I guess people are like on the internet are like, how did he get the footage?
Oh,
and
like
you have a theory?
It's tricky because I would rather he say first how he got it, but he's already been asked in interviews, and has said, like you would expect him to say, you know, journalists wouldn't reveal their sources and you wouldn't expect them to, and that's kind of the line he's taking, that he's trying to respect, you know, and protect the methods and the sources by which he came by this footage that is, when you see it, it's shocking in a way, because you look at it and you go, this isn't footage that this person who you're making the documentary about would have like offered up. You know, it's the stuff that would have gotten cut.
So how do you think you got it?
Here's what some people have said. Some people have theorized that because Diddy never paid any of the people around him that worked for him, that when he hired this documentary crew to follow him for the ultimate documentary he was going to make with this footage, that he probably didn't pay the guy, and that therefore the contract was void. So then if 50 Cent knew that the guy didn't get paid, or then that means the contract is null and void, so he can come in and say, hey, can we have the footage for something we're working on? And likely someone would then say, well, yeah, because I didn't get paid for it. So sure, what do you want to pay for? So, and that's fair, right? I get that that's everyone's most likely theory because it seems to make sense.
Mm-hmm. What's your theory?
Let me try to say it in a way that's respectful to what he's trying to protect. What we know about putting this documentary together is that it tracks 30 years of this guy's life, right? Roughly. And what we also know is that 50's been working on putting the puzzle pieces together and gathering all of this information for 10 years. 10 years is a long time to be working on a project, right? Mm-hmm. Like, this guy's working on this for 10 years, and he's in the business at a high level. He knows people. He's deep in the business as much as anyone else is, as much as Diddy, as much as Eminem, as much as anybody, right? Playing at the highest level in that industry. And he's working on this, right? The whole time. So if I'm him and I'm in the industry and I know everything and we all know each other and everybody knows everything that's going on, I know when Diddy hires a group of people to follow him around to be documenting his every move, everywhere he goes, every minute. If I know that, and I'm putting together a puzzle to make a documentary about him in the future, because I know what he's really up to, and I want to show what's really going on with this guy, I might send someone in to be a part of that documentary team, long game master here, right? And then that way, when it's all said and done, like, you were inside the whole time, And I just think he's so smart and that I wouldn't take that off the table as a possibility of how he got the footage.
Let me be clear when I say that I think that Diddy is exactly where he needs to be. He needs to actually stay in prison for far longer than what he was sentenced to. I am not impressed or care in the slightest about the P. Diddy documentary. I think it was poorly done, in my opinion, and we all knew he wasn't a good person. We all knew that he did pretty much everything in there. We all suspected that he put out the hit on Tupac. We already, sort of knew all of these things. At first, I was like, I don't understand how the jury came to the conclusion that they came to, which is why he didn't get convicted on so many of the felonies that he was charged with. The documentary sort of did the same and didn't really have a whole lot on the freak offs. There was not a whole lot of evidence in the documentary. You have to go based off evidence alone, and it has to be without a shadow of a doubt. So after watching the 4 episodes in their entirety, I understand how the jury got to that conclusion. I do also believe that some of them were a little starstruck, and so it was like, oh, this guy's in front of my face, he's charming, typical narcissist. Charming, you forget all of the horrible things, or it sort of almost makes them seem less appalling than what they are. Very, very upsetting, to learn about Joy and about Aubrey O'Day. I had Aubrey on my podcast. She really didn't want to touch on that subject too much, and I do fully understand why. But as far as like him being guilty or innocent or whatever, it's like, obviously in the court of public opinion, he's very guilty no matter what. But when we're looking at evidence, wasn't a whole lot on there with the freak offs and things like that. Didn't implicate anybody else's names. I think a lot of the media implicated people like Meek Mill, or I know some of the other people that would go to the Diddy parties. Nothing talked about that. There was nothing about that. It was just all the other things that we already knew. So I say all this to say, court of public opinion is that Diddy is guilty on all counts and all charges, and I tend to agree with that. I think he's a horrible person and don't want to support him. But at the same time, we already knew everything that was in there.
And this is a few of the voicemails that he had left me.
Hey, Lil
Lily, I'm hearing some things about you online. Come on now, you know it's all love. I miss you for real. We need to talk. You know, I miss that little limp you got, the little third leg you walking around with. Waking up to you in the bed every morning made me smile every day, little Lily. Remember when I pulled that Ciroc on your head and it was dripping off your braids and I slurped that shit off for you? Didn't let you wash that shit neither. Do it still smell like me? It still smell like Diddy juice? Come on, stop playing with me. Come link up with me. Stop playing. Why the fuck you not answering your phone, Rod? Keep fucking playing with me, Lil Rod gonna meet the big pipe. I'ma put the big pipe inside you, Lil Rod versus big pipe. See who fucking limping now. See who fucking limping after that. Talking about lawsuits. The next suit you gonna see is in a fucking casket. Hit me back. I'm sorry about that, Daddy. You know I love that little limp. You know I love that little limp you got. My little Leroy the limper. Remember that one night when you got drunk off that Poland Spring I gave you? You was doing that little dance. You wasn't limping that night, baby. You was in the morning, though.
It's fucking
Them little cute little hats you used to wear, the snapbacks. I'm trying to snap your back, Daddy. Come on, stop playing. You know, you left one of your hats here, and I feel like you still with me. I be sniffing that shit. You know what I'm saying? I be using it to beat my shit, too. It took me 8 months to record that verse. That's like our child. We got a child together. You my baby dad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love child. You get what I'm saying? Hit me back, Daddy. Come on. You know what? Fuck you in them ugly ass hats. I'ma burn you in them hats to the fucking ground. You know I was just playing with you, Daddy. You know I got you a new hat. Listen.
Listen.
That's me slapping my meat on the hat. Come get your hat. Let me take you shopping. Come on. Hit me back, Daddy. It's all love.
And it goes on like this for another 3 hours, just nonstop.
I recently watched this documentary on Netflix that just came out on Diddy. Did you guys watch the Diddy documentary? Yeah? Yes. I wasn't really prepared mentally for what I was about to watch. I was on the plane, I just like, oh, #1 on Netflix, let me put it on. I ended up watching that shit like a porno. I'm like, dear God. Wow. I had to hide the screen and shit of what was happening. Yeah, after watching the doc, I watched all 4 episodes in one sitting. I was on a flight to Vegas, and after watching it, I could see why 50 Cent got shot 9 times. Like, that guy's wild, bro. And yeah, I think my biggest takeaway from watching all 4 episodes of the Diddy documentary is if there's any unsolved crimes right now, yo, we could just put that shit on Diddy. Whatever happened in Ukraine, yo, Diddy did that shit. Diddy, you know. I was on Latin Twitter after watching it because I'm Latin, and there was a movie that came out in the 90s named it's called Selena, and Jennifer Lopez was the lead in it, right? And so I'm scrolling, and they were like, yo, the person who was actually up for the main role, Letitia Miller, was killed right before they started filming. So that's how J-Lo got the role. And do y'all know who J-Lo was dating at the time? Diddy. Dog, what? Yo, we need to spread that like baby oil, bro. Like, yeah, bro. I mean, it was on Twitter, so obviously it's true. Yeah, dog. Yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to spread that information. That's why I'm here. I'm not even a comedian. I just want to see Diddy for 2 more times. It's tough because I'm in my 30s and like all the people I used to listen to in middle school are all in jail for like sexual assault, and it's yeah, it's a sad time to be in your 30s, bro. It's like Diddy, R. Kelly, Nickelodeon, like my entire childhood, bro. I'm like, is Rugrats safe to watch still? What can I watch?
So in case you didn't watch the whole 50 Cent documentary on Diddy, here's a short breakdown. Born as Sean John Combs in Harlem, his dad died when he was young. Diddy hustled early, throwing parties at Howard University. But his real break came in the form of an internship. He worked at Uptown Records in the late 80s, and he quickly proved his ear for talent, helping develop stars like Mary J, Biggie, and so many more. And he was good, like really good. So eventually he became an A&R executive, but he had bigger dreams. He was eventually fired, which was actually a blessing in disguise, because in 1993, at just 24 years old, he founded his own label, Bad Boy Records. And guess who was his first big signing? The man himself, the notorious BIGG. He just masterminded Biggie's sound, image, just defining the bad boy era of shiny suit hip-hop. And at that time, he didn't just produce, he also performed, of course with the nickname Puff Daddy. So he started releasing his own records, often featuring guest artists. And he made huge hits, becoming one of the biggest names in music. Music was just the start. Diddy diversified. He created his own Sean John clothing line, which was a multi-million-dollar venture. had his own vodka, which many thought was just an endorsement, but it was a 50-50 partnership, so he made hundreds of millions of dollars. And countless other ventures under Combs' enterprise, from TV networks to marketing firms. So Diddy's money did come from music, sure, but mostly from brilliant business diversification. He took attention and turned it into a massive multi-million-dollar empire. So that was kind of how he made his money and threw his name out there, but I'm making a part 2 about the whole freaky party thing and how he got into that. And if you don't want to miss that, go ahead and hit the follow button and I'll keep you updated.
Diddy calls me into the office. He tells me, don't say a word, watch this. And see, that was the thing about Diddy. He really was a bitch-ass nigga, but then the money and the power made him feel like he was somebody. And like, I was on payroll, so I kind of like, I knew he was a bitch-ass nigga, but at the same time, he was paying me, and I thought he could hurt me. So I used to, like, I would listen to what he had to say, but I knew he was a bitch-ass weirdo, and I would never respect anything he ever did because he was not like that. But regardless of that, he tells me come into the office, don't say a thing. Watch this. So I come in there knowing that he's a bitch-ass nigga, but I just don't say nothing. I'm watching. He punches his girlfriend's teeth in and eats them. I'm wondering why he wanted me to watch that. I'm disgusted that he did that to a woman. She's on the floor. She's crying. She's screaming for help. But like he said, don't say anything. Just watch. And I'm so curious on like what he wants me to watch. That's what he wanted me to watch. At that moment when she's laying there screaming, asking for help, what did you do after that? What did I do after that? Well, yes, what did you do? Immediately after that, Diddy had this place that he would take women that after he beat them up, so it would be out of the public eye. He told me, book the flights to the resort. It's somewhere in the DR so they could get patched up, chill, recoup, and then book the flight back to New York in about 3.5 weeks after all the bruises went away. And you did it? Well, yes, I did do that. I did do that. Because at the time, you just had to understand, like, that was just him. But it really wasn't him because we knew like he wasn't like that. His mom raised him way better. Did the Howard education somehow manipulate you? And I thought it was odd that he was asking me to like book flights and shit after like he would beat people up. But it's just like in the moment, I wasn't even putting 2 and 2 together. Now, after the fact, I could see why he wanted me to book the flights. He was actually sending the women.
First of all, Dame Dash needs to apologize to 50 Cent because he was saying how 50 Cent was lying about creating this. Secondly, shout out 50 Cent. This is amazing. Thirdly, Diddy's done, okay? We all now need to focus. Do you know what we need to focus on? Diddy Juniors. These two. Because they're not kids. That excuse is long expired. They are not kids. They are definitely part of this. In fact, if you watch the documentary, you can clearly see Diddy was training them. Diddy was giving them induction on how to do this. And they were involved in some of the most heinous things. So I need these guys gone. I need them gone. I need them gone before they find me, by the way. Yeah. I need them gone because, come on, guys. They are involved. Especially, this one was spoken about a lot. This one right here, who I don't actually think is Diddy's son, but okay.
Every time a powerful figure falls, people ask the same question. How did it get this far? The new documentary, The Reckoning, isn't just about one person. It's a warning for anybody with power, influence, and ambition. Let's talk about the real lessons nobody wants to admit. Don't skip this video because I'm really finna break this shit down. Part 1, what not to do. Biggest mistakes people make. Number 1, don't let power kill accountability. One of the biggest dangers of success is thinking you're untouchable. When people stop checking you, you stop checking yourself. Power without accountability creates blind spots. Blind spots, they destroy legacies. 2, don't confuse loyalty with silence. There's a big difference between loyalty and fear. If everybody is around you is too quiet, listen, that is not respect. That is a red flag. If nobody can tell you you're wrong, you already in trouble. Number 3 is important. Don't build a yes man circle. If your inner circle only benefits from your success, they won't protect you from your downfall. The real ones challenge you. Fake people, they protect access. 4 is a must. Don't ignore patterns. One situation might be a misunderstanding. multiple situations over time, that's a pattern. Patterns is what investigators court and what the public pay attention to, not excuses. 5, don't think fame rewrites the rules. Money and status don't erase consequences, they delay them. The internet never forgets, paper trails never disappear. And time always tells. Believe that. Part 2, what to look for, warning signs in real life. First red flag, power imbalance. Any situation when one person controls money, opportunity, career, or access, that's a dangerous territory. The bigger the imbalance, the bigger the responsibility. Second red flag, people that's afraid to speak. If people looking uncomfortable by staying quiet, that's not normal. Silence is often survival, not consent. Third red flag is environments with no boundaries. Late nights, blurred lines, unchecked behavior, no rules, that's how situations spiral. Structure protects everyone. Chaos, that exposes everyone. Fourth red flag, repetition management over real change. When someone focuses more on how it looks than what's right, that's a problem. Image control without accountability never lasts. Part 3, the real lesson. The documentary isn't just about one person. It's about what happens when power grows faster than character, what happens when success outpaces control, what happens when people stop saying no. The higher you go, the more disciplined you have to become, not less. Part 4, the final message. Success doesn't expose who you are, it amplifies it. If you don't fix issues early, success will put them on a bigger stage. And once the spotlight hits, there's no hiding. If you watch The Reckoning, what lesson hit you the hardest? Comment below.
Because nothing, I mean nothing, calls for an ear-to-ear smile in this documentary. She was not giving juror. She's a fan, she's a fan, she's a fan. 50 Cent knew exactly what he was doing. You cannot tell me that production did not look at her footage and think, oh yeah, they gonna see right through this shit. When I heard the documentary was dropping, I was thinking, what more could we learn? But when this man popped up on the screen and said they were collecting his body fluids to do what? Y'all were doing what with it? Does prison have access to Netflix? And then you and your son were doing what? Listen, whoever gave this footage to 50, baby, they struck gold. One thing I really want to highlight was about the Kid Cudi situation. The documentary, Capricorn said that her and Diddy showed up to Kid Cudi's house with the intention to him. People forget that Kid Cudi actually testified against Diddy in court about his car getting blown up. He said somebody had cut the roof of his Porsche and threw a cocktail in there. So when you line that up with the allegation that Diddy allegedly showed up to his house to him, the shit's actually pretty believable. You don't get this many coincidences without some truth behind it. That's all I'm saying.
So I was watching what I did this weekend when I wasn't working. I watched all 4 episodes of that Diddy documentary that 50 Cent put out. Remind me never to get on 50 Cent's bad side. This is, okay, I'm going to get into the Marlon Wayans thing, and I'm going to get into what I picked up from the documentary so far. But this is the most gangsta thing I've ever heard anybody doing as far as trolling. 50 did one interview to promote, well, he probably did a couple more, but he made sure out of all the talk shows, all the morning shows, all the late night talk shows, the one he made sure he did was on ABC. He did one long interview on ABC to talk about the Diddy documentary. And you want to know why he chose ABC? Because the 2 channels, you get 2 channels in every prison in New York. And one of them's ABC. So he wanted to make sure Diddy saw this. I'm like, he's like always thinking 10 steps ahead of the game. I'm like, I would have never thought of that. The one that got me, the biggest one that got me out of the whole documentary was BIGGY was supposed to go to London the day he got shot. And Diddy was the one that changed his flight. Told everybody, no, we got to change his flight. And they was like, no, he's got to head to London. He's got shows. He goes, no, change his flight. He's going to leave the next day. And he's the one that changed everything and had Biggie stay. And then Biggie died that night. And Biggie didn't want to go to California in the first place. And then did that big extravagant funeral and took the money out of Biggie's account. And Biggie paid for his own funeral. That the money should have went to his family. Or worst case, split the cost. And then did the whole MTV dancing around and brought Sting out. And I'm going, oh, this is another level of dark. If all this is true, this is another level of darkness. Oh, and then now they think he might have had something to do with Kim Porter passing away, and the male escorts and the shit he had the male escorts doing with Cassie, and I don't know. It's just, and I'm a comedian. There's a lot of things I want to say that I'll say on stage, but I'm not gonna say them on the podcast because you guys will cut that up, switch it, flip it, rub it down. Sorry, that was a bad analogy, but yeah, if you want to know what I really think, got to come see me live. This is just me recapping everything.
So I just finished watching this Diddy documentary presented by 50 Cent on Netflix. And I gotta say, I didn't realize Diddy was the monster that he was. Also, on top of that, he's very cheap. Well, not to himself. I come to realize he didn't like to pay anyone. While this documentary for some may have answered a lot of questions, I felt like it left me asking more stuff because there were definitely a lot of victims in here. And I understand if music is your passion, you are willing to do anything to get it. But sometimes you got to draw the line. There's a lot of evil in the music industry that I didn't know existed. Back then when I used to rap, yes, I used to rap. I used to want to be a rapper. Anyway, if I would have made it, Lord knows the stuff that I would have had to endure just to get to the top. Now, even with the court cases, with the whole Cassie situation and them saying it's not illegal to be a freak, it's definitely not. But as a man, if you can say that you woke up sore the next day and you felt like stuff was going on and you still went back, and I'm just speaking about one of the gentlemen in it, not the women, is the price of success and fame that important? Because me personally, I would have never went back. Anything like that would have happened with me, I'm sorry, I'm not going back. And one of the jurors in there, I feel like she was just fangirling over Diddy the whole time. Everything that came out of her mouth, not for 1 second did I believe that she was going to try to find him guilty. When you got fame and money, that money goes a long way. Again, I'm no attorney, so I don't know what's legally appropriate. But from all the stuff that we heard was going on in the documentary, then to get to court and get the major charges dismissed is just mind-boggling. And out of all the stuff I seen just in this small 4-part documentary, everybody can't be lying. Maybe one, maybe two, but there's a lot of victims. Everybody cannot be lying, that's all I'm saying. Disrespectfully, of course.
I wasted 4 hours of my life watching the Diddy documentary, so you don't have to. First things first, it focuses way more on his life in the industry than in any of his personal relationships. So like if you really care about him and Cassie or something like that, heavy on do not watch this. And for some context, the thing I knew most about Diddy was that line from the Kesha song, Wake Up in the Morning Feeling Like P. Diddy. Like I'd heard of him, but I honestly had no idea what he actually did. I just knew he was like a person. But we start off with baby Diddy, not a lot of noteworthy stuff. It's like he grows up, he has a single mom, his dad died, mom had connections around New York, drops out of college, gets in the industry and starts promoting some bands and promoting some events. The first major incident he's involved in is a stampede at a charity basketball game he put together where 9 people died. And that's like the first like step up into like being known for him because that's covered heavily by the news. It's also the first time that he really escapes the blame for something that he could and probably should be blamed for. And then this happens many other times. Then he disassociates with these people. He launches Bad Boy, which is his record company for those like me who did not know that. He's mainly promoting Biggie now. There's a whole East Coast, West Coast thing. But right now, Biggie and Tupac are fine. They're bros. Diddy doesn't like that because Diddy needs everyone to be his best friend. And so Diddy has Tupac shot, allegedly. Tupac goes to jail for some SA charges. Tupac comes out, is mad. Him and Suge Knight now start East Coast, West Coast beef with Diddy. Diddy's getting sick of this, so he is associated with some Crips. He's like, if y'all killed Tupac and Suge, I'll give you $1 million. Fast forward to Vegas, Tupac is shot and killed by some members of this gang. Suge Knight is shot as well, but he survives. Diddy's super happy. LA's like, don't come here. But he's like, I don't care, I'm gonna throw a victory party. And so he convinces Biggie that instead of going to UK to promote his album, to come stay and do this like whole victory lap. Biggie doesn't want to go. Biggie does because everyone does what Diddy says in this documentary, and he is shot and killed. Like a true good friend, Diddy uses Biggie's death as a stepping stone for his own career, launches his album, and also throughout this, he's not really paying the artists under Bad Boy, and he's in general being a bad employer, using a lot of intimidation tactics, and he's just slowly starting to blow up. He launches a bunch of groups that I hadn't heard of. They do kind of well. He manipulates those people. Basically, he's just a butthole. He's abusive of his power and he's in relationships with these people. And in comes Cassie. They don't cover much on Cassie, just that, you know, kind of like the origins of their relationship. But again, to fast forward through it, because so much of this is just filler, they mentioned how her suit kind of started all of the like other suits against him. Now I got all these other people to speak out. It also mentions other people that Diddy SA'd besides Cassie, and some of those people are featured in the documentary as well. We're pretty much in like about modern day now. Diddy's an old man, and to most people not that known. He's releasing this new album. He brings in this producer who he doesn't pay and did freak-offs with and sexually assaulted as well. Also semi-noteworthy is that he does these freak-offs with his son too. That was a strange detail that I feel like was just glossed over. But yeah, basically Diddy goes to jail, is acquitted of most charges. They show some featured clips from the jurors where they're like, yeah, we didn't really believe these women who were testifying. And that is the documentary. So please, unless you have just ample free time, don't waste your time watching it.
Now, what I will say for this whole entire year, the best thing yet is 50 Cent producing the Netflix documentary. I didn't even pick that up, literally. But after watching the whole Diddy documentary, I'm just glad we know who and why Tupac and Biggie are no longer with us. And now it makes sense of why we could, it's always been a mystery. Like, the nigga has been in everybody's face this whole time. Killed off talent because he was talentless. Such a petty ass Tuesday, isn't it? Like, that's crazy. And to know that everything that he owns is in his mama's name. So, and that right, his mama need, her ass, everybody need to go to jail. Him, his kids, his mama, dig his daddy back up and throw his ass back up in jail. Oh yes, I said it. Cause the things that he did, the lies, when you literally Google narcissist, there is Diddy's picture. Biggest day. He's like the co-founder of narcissism. Yeah. Literally setting motherfuckers up, beating bitches up since the 90s. And now it makes sense. Your son ain't got no talent. He came from a town, like, oh my God. You was a corny ass nerd that got a little bit of money and lost your rabbit ass. Damn, these bitches hot. And lost your rabbit ass mind. And the fucking jurors throw their ass in jail too. Yeah, I forgot about that. Oh yeah. Goofy than a motherfucker. I cannot believe this shit. I can't believe this man been getting away with this shit for motherfucking 35 years and literally just paid money for motherfuckers to turn the other cheek.
The interesting thing about the Diddy documentary is it really highlights the fact that the world can prop up a very average man and turn them into something that they're not. The documentary really starts off talking about how Diddy was kind of a goofball. He didn't really fit into the rap scene or the street hustlers. Then was just kind of consistent and stuck around and eventually became an intern for somebody who was a big time record producer. It just goes to show if you're just around enough and you're just hanging out, like you can end up kind of being propped up and moved up in the business. Funny thing is, a lot of the artists who spoke on this documentary who said that they had signed with Diddy's record label, they actually ended up not making very much money at all. Diddy notoriously didn't pay people or underpaid them. Everybody around Diddy for many years just took the fall for any of the miscomings that happened. So the shootings and the drugs, the footage of explicit things. No one who worked for this man said no to this man. So eventually he just became a god in his own eyes. It was really just up to a few people to talk about some of the similar things that happened to them, shared experiences, that eventually put this man's wrongdoings on the map. The relationship between Diddy and his mother is really weird and interesting because Diddy's close friends who spoke in the documentary, who no longer speak to Diddy, they said the reason that Diddy ended up being the way he is because he never had a father figure in his life telling him no. His mother threw these like lavish parties. She put Diddy in these like fur coats from the time he was 4 years old. It's like narcissism, personality, kind of all derived from her, according to the people in Diddy's life. There were allegedly witnesses who also saw Diddy beat on his mom, call her names and be very derogatory towards her. And it was almost talked about as though it was this normal dynamic that they had with each other. And if that started at a very young age, then clearly that was just the way Diddy was going to do things moving forward.
Curtis 50 motherfucking Cent Jackson officially broke the internet with that Diddy documentary, baby. And when I tell you that that thing dropped at 3 a.m., it's now 7 a.m. and it's already #1 on Netflix, he wasn't playing. Baby, the documentary is called The Reckoning, but it actually should be called Reckless because the way Diddy was out here in these streets is absolutely fucking diabolical. Now, 50 is saying that this is about justice, but baby, the way he did this documentary is definitely giving vendetta. And when I tell y'all that 50 got receipts for days, y'all, this man got jurors, y'all. He got recordings. He got, y'all, the FBI raid, y'all, the whole timeline of the takedown. All y'all are listening to what I'm telling y'all right now. Now, let me just say this. This documentary is not all about the situation that happened with Cassie. He did a very good job with telling the whole story about Diddy regarding his entire life, from the time he was a child up into this very situation that did happen with Cassie. Y'all, when I say receipts, I'm talking about, y'all, the situation with Biggie. Y'all, the situation with Tupac. He got that man looking like a whole goddamn slime ball out here in these streets. Do you hear me? And the fact that this man got more receipts and more coverage and more footage than the FBI is what's actually mind-blowing to me. But when I tell y'all, if you have not watched it, please stop what you're doing. Don't walk, go run. When I tell y'all that 50 did this motherfucking documentary like the rent was due, the mortgage was due, baby, the light bills and the car payment too, he did his big one on this one. Great job, 50.
The documentary kind of skips over some parts and even blatantly gets some stuff wrong. Just for example, in that case where Diddy, quote unquote, has a bat in the room and then he signs over his 25%. I think Diddy said he has to be a little bit more liquid right now or something like that. I think that's what he was trying to do to keep the company afloat, and then Diddy slimed him. I don't think he thought that Diddy was going to hit him with a baseball bat.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Not too long after, Biggie dropped Who Shot Ya?
Which, in theory, like anyone, it seems like that's not a good idea to do.
And then he recorded it before Tupac got shot. You are the man behind the record when that drops. Biggie doesn't deserve any blame?
Of course you have blame.
Biggie, there's a clip of him in the documentary saying he was pissed off. Like, he didn't like how this was going. He said he had animosity towards Tupac. He hated, like, the misunderstanding that was going on.
Do we believe the story that he had put a unofficial hit out on Tupac before and they had just used that moment as, like, this is our time to actually get him?
I don't think that Tupac dies if he doesn't jump Orlando Anderson out of his own volition. I do believe that he was probably drunk on power one day and probably just said that and didn't take it that seriously.
Offhandedly.
You think he accidentally ordered the hit on Tupac?
I think that if that's like the most charitable way, I'll give it.
Okay.
And then those guys tried to collect. Like, hey, you said what you said.
Hey, we did it. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Have you watched Sean Diddy Combs' The Reckoning? I know it is a great documentary, but there are so many tidbits coming out, okay? Kalina showed, from Dirty Money, showed what a monster Diddy was. Aubrey of Day is now coming out and saying that she believes she addressed claims that she was raped by Diddy while she was very inebriated. Now, here's the thing. As I take you to her comments, and you have to watch the documentary, this is just a tidbit of what she was saying. But when I say that documentary was chef's kiss, okay? They did it. This was true investigative journalism. It really honestly was. And the thing I love most about it was they were unafraid. This was filmed in New York. Diddy is the hometown hero. That is ground central. Even now the Breakfast Club is always running interference. Like, literally, they were unafraid and they went to Diddy's own home. and literally found people to tell the truth. It was amazing, okay? Congratulations to 50, Netflix, Alex, Vanessa, the whole crew. They did the damn thing, okay? So, anyway, let's get into Aubrey thing. Because keep in mind why this was happening. The whole world saw Diddy and his weird, in my opinion, fixation with Aubrey and making her the band. He needed to break her. He didn't like her spirit. He was obviously attracted to her. Okay? Aubrey says she has a bunch of sexually explicit emails when he was harassing her because she wouldn't open up to him, and the way he punished her and kicked her out of Dana Decane and had to humiliate her because Diddy couldn't have anybody, any woman standing up for themselves and telling him no. Listen to this. I wonder what Cat Williams thinks of the documentary. I know he's watching this right now, okay? Hold on real quick. Okay, I found the article. And you guys, if you think I'm telling you everything in Aubrey's interview, I'm not. But let me just give you this snippet, okay? They said that... there was a scene where in the documentary, she read an affidavit from a woman who claimed she witnessed Diddy allegedly engaging in a sexual crime with Aubrey, sprawled out on a leather couch looking very inebriated. They said she was naked from the bottom half and she had something over her top. Diddy was doing something with her private parts, and there was another stocky, light-skinned man with his blank in her mouth. Now, the funny thing is, now that we've seen Diddy's escorts, if you guys don't know, I did a live Hot or Not edition for Diddy's escorts. You got to go watch it. Diddy likes a good stocky man. It's funny she got that together. Listen. However, Aubrey, who was discovered in 2024, on the set, she didn't drink like that at all. I mean, that don't mean that Diddy didn't. She said, I don't drink at all. It's never been an issue for me, okay? She said she has no memory of what that woman claimed occurred and would rather leave it that way.
Based on the allegations, I knew then Diddy should rot in jail. But now after seeing this documentary, bro, like, he deserves 500 lashes publicly. Like, we already knew kind of that he did what he did to Tupac and Biggie. But I think after seeing it, like, truly unfold, of seeing, like, Biggie didn't want to go to Cali. He been talking about he was going to die. He just wanted to go to the UK. And Diddy insisted on him going out there. And boom, what happened? Seeing the whole Tupac situation unfold, like, it's just crazy, bro. And then on top of that, seeing that really the only time he ever elevated was when people died. Like, every time he got more and more famous was because of somebody's death. He set Biggie up, got him killed, and then threw on this big old funeral, ride around through the city, and then had Biggie pay for his own funeral, bro. Buddy is sick. Then he had a professional banger come out and bang Cassie on Biggie's death anniversary every year. And then would collect things from that professional banger in a cup so he can watch Cassie pour it on herself and drink it when he wants. But the thing also with Diddy is that he only had power over the people he had leverage on. If he didn't have leverage on you, he would just try to kill you. And I'm not victim blaming, to the full extent. However, a lot of those people also admitted that they looked at Diddy as God. They looked at Diddy as their savior that has helped them get out of the hood, helped them so far in life. Like, that was a problem as well. Because there's no way Buddy said that he used to wake up sore and he would look over and it'd be Diddy laying next to him and he just continue doing that, bro. It would only take one time. However, it took more than that because he was trying to get more money, more fame, and elevation in his career. So he didn't think nothing of it, nor did he truly care at the time. And let's not forget, he only got 50 months, which he probably will be out sooner. The same dude that when he knew he was going down, he could care less about what he actually did. He was just trying to find a way to get away with it.
Hey, everybody talk about this Diddy documentary, but I ain't really seen too many people talking about this one specific part. It's the part where he's in the studio recording the Love album. And the producer, it panned to a clip of him basically saying that it took them like 6 months to get down 8 bars. Like, it took them a long ass time to get down 8 bars. And then it flip over to the clip of Diddy in the studio trying to rap the bars. But he keep on fucking up. And then the producer or somebody, they was like, yeah, come on, man. Now let's get it. Let's do this. Like, you know, trying to encourage him and shit like that. And Diddy was like, nah, man, don't fucking do that. Don't do that. I got it. Don't worry about it. So then he tries at it again, fucks up again. And then he immediately starts shit talking everybody in the room, talking about, I want y'all to know that, like, if I ain't hot, y'all ain't hot either. Like, if I ain't having it, y'all ain't gonna have it either. So one of y'all better make something happen with this. Like, basically blaming them motherfuckers for him having no talent and him not being able to rap them simple ass bars.
Hell. Diddy got away with it. Sean Combs' The Reckoning on Netflix. Most people that spoke in this documentary who were able to give such a detailed character analysis of why Diddy is the way he is, journeying from his early days to where he is now, is because these people were aware, around, enabled his criminal behavior. This documentary was a character assessment from Sean Combs's, guys, I'm just gonna say Diddy. Okay. From Diddy's day ones. And I think we need to be clear that his crimes were okay as long as it benefited them and until they became victims of it. You accepted the role of godfather after you saw him domestically abuse his baby mother. And you know what? They were very aware. Maybe not the assistant. Because the assistant almost justified her time working for Diddy. When she was comparing herself to the current assistant, she said, well, we were building up someone great for the culture, as if that was like some sort of justification for his crimes. And she was very aware that Cassie was being abused. But the assistant now is the next thing to say, and because they're helping this horrible person. No, you helped a horrible person as well. Two things can be true. They very much were enablers and bystanders of Diddy's criminal behavior, but you can also be a victim of said behavior at the same time. The most disturbing was Audrey O'Day learning about her potentially being raped whilst unconscious, and the producer, who never got paid for his work on the Love record, insinuating that he was raped. My name is Euphros. I'm a TV and film critic. Drop in the comments what you thought of the documentary.
I don't know if you have watched the Diddy documentary, but I didn't know that guy was... I knew that guy was bad, but I didn't know it was that bad. Like, he's the kind of people that touch things and they die. He has some sort of darkness in him that can be explained. Because how do you plan for your friends to die? How do you lead your friends into death? And then the issue with him, he doesn't know when to stop. I admire his tenacity and how he likes challenges. He takes a challenge and like smashes the challenge, but he also doesn't know when to stop. And that's why some rich people, like, you wonder, how did they end up in trouble? How did they end up as conmen? How did they end up as scammers? It's because they don't know when to stop. They don't know when to take a loss, like a G, and move on. Like, they just need to take everything and oh my god, like. And then, guys, being around some people will literally kill your destiny. It will literally take your star and ruin it and make you die early because they are just toxic. And then the issue is, he's a manipulator. Before you notice, he's already fucked you up. He's already messed you up. Because I'm just like, what? Like, guys. But they hata heri ukae home kuliko sasa uende uko nje upatane na hawa watu wenye they just want to mess your star, your destiny, your... Because you might think watu wako around way, because I can't imagine he planned. Okay, I know someone like Tupac had his own issues, but the fact that they were friends was enough for them not to like plot against each other. I just don't even understand where this beef comes from. I just don't understand. And then BIGGY, someone like Big, he was going to be like big. He's big even now. But then Diddy is a kind of person who's jealous of his friends. As long as he sees that you're doing better than him, he is going to cap you. He is going to kill you. He's going to do something that is going to mess your destiny up. And he's the one who's living long. Like, how come the good people die and the bad people live long? Are we supposed to be bad people? The The whole time I just watched this thing, I was just like, what? And even with Casey, like, he messed that girl up. He took away her energy, her life force for all the 10 years. Oh my God. I was just like, how could she stay there for 10 years? But manipulators, you never know when they're manipulating you until it's too late. I just watched that documentary with like hands on my head and just wondering, guys, please protect yourself. If you notice some energy around you that is not cool and your intuition is telling you something, please cap it. Like, you are going to be okay. Even someone like Kim Porter, the wife who has 3 kids, she died recently, I think last year or the last 2 years. And I'm sure if she stuck with someone like is it AB, the other rapper? He is a fine man. Let's talk about that. She would have been still alive. Some people honestly suck the life force out of you. They suck the life force out of you. They suck the life out of you. They suck your destiny. They suck your star. And they ruin your life, guy. All for she wanted to be with the bad guy, the one who will bring her fame. Sometimes, girls, it's just okay to choose the boring guy, the one who will bring you peace and long life. Oh my God. I just can't believe like such people exist. And I can't believe he only got 50 months in prison. Dude, you need more than that. Because what the hell?
To be honest, after watching that new Diddy documentary on Netflix, they was actually not so biased. Like, it wasn't like, okay, Diddy is sus, the whole documentary, or oh, this, that, and like, bro, like, they told everything he did. They ain't hold nothing back. You feel me? All the females he violated, all, you know, like everybody that used to work for him, producers, you know. Nah, the one thing that had me mixed up, though, was when one of the producer dudes, I forgot his name, but bro said there was nights and days I woke up, like, sore. I said, what? I said, wait. Whoa. You woke up sore? Like, the first question that, like, after saying something like that, bro, like, where are you sore at? Like, we need to know, because at the end of the day, bro, it's like, if you was sore somewhere that I hope you wasn't sore at, bro, that's crazy. You feel what I'm saying? That was just one of the craziest things that, you know, I took from the documentary, bro. But just everything he did, though, like, bro, Diddy was actually a wild, freaky bull. I never knew this, bro. Like, he has so much motion and clout, like, signing people. This guy's a billionaire, giving people all of this money. Bro, successful, all that, bro. But then to go out sad, how you went out, bro, it's just like... And then, bro, 50 Cent been trolling you for a year. He told y'all that the documentary was coming out. Nobody believed it. Now it's #1. Bro, I'm just telling y'all to go watch this now before it's off of Netflix, because Diddy's lawyers, they put out a cease and desist, so I had to make sure I tuned in early because I had to see what was going on. But bro, Diddy a wild.
Okay, but let me tell y'all who I really felt sorry for the most in episode 1. Like, who hurt my heart. Like, I really felt for this man, because you could tell he was sincere about Diddy, about the career, about the trajectory of Bad Boy, about all of it. Kirk Burrows. When I say no good deed, this dude has been by your side through everything. Went with you to create Bad Boy, made it his business to make sure it succeeded. Obviously, as a black empire, one of the first in the music business, with a black owner, black executives, black staff, black artists. You give this man 25% stock in the company. So that right there tells everybody how Kirk was living, right? To get 25% stock in Bad Boy, he had to be doing something right. And he worked his behind off. You could tell he was loyal. Only to have Diddy come back and say, give it back to me. Give me the 25% stock back. No, ma'am. No. Diddy, no.
Child,
Y'all better watch this Diddy documentary on Netflix. Now, 50 Cent made it. 50 Cent ain't never get over Diddy stealing his baby mama. So, you know, he was in matching pajamas with that girl. You know, that broke his damn heart. Well, you know, the messiest bitch you know is a man. So I knew 50 Cent was on here, but you need to watch this shit. So according to the documentary, which I've been hearing since I was a little kid from the streets and stuff, is that Diddy got BIGGY killed, he got Tupac killed. I didn't know that back in the early 90s, he was trying to set up the first celebrity basketball game. 9 people died. And the reason why he put, let me backtrack. So he signed with Andre Hamel. Andre was like the biggest dude in hip hop and everything with Heavy D at that time. Andre took him under his wing and made him his protege, and Diddy ended up living with him. We know what that was doing. So Andre seen that Diddy is a problem, ends up firing him, and that's how he gets Bad Boy. He left 25% of his shares to one dude and 75% his mama because he didn't want those people who died in that basketball game's family to sue him. So that's why Bad Boy wasn't in his name. There's so many people who accused him of rape, and I'm only on episode 2. So I guess what's coming up is with Jennifer Lopez. After that, she ain't never been with a black man after that. Diddy has black ass eyes. His sons need to be in jail with him. Diddy is, you see, he got like a triangle thing too. That's like a devil worshiping. The person he got on his back. But he's happy in jail. He got unlimited booty, contraband. People been saying that Diddy's a piece of shit. Even if you grew up watching Making the Band, I used to watch that as a kid. I was just like, this man is evil. This man is mean and nasty spirited. He just always wanted to be a star with no talent and did what he had to do to finesse. He thought he was safe because he got some money and he was having them freak off, so he was getting them white dudes fucked and sucked, so he thought he was safe. Ooh, I'm about to watch episode 3.
Alright, so after going over everything in this video, I promise you, like, bro, don't be surprised. People are still out here. There are women out here still supporting this guy. There are men out here still supporting this guy. And there are people out here who are still worse than Diddy, and people out here still supporting them. I don't understand I don't understand how you go to sleep at night knowing that people are going through what Cassie went through, and you know of it, and you're not speaking on it. People are going through what Diddy's ex-wife went through, and you know of it, late wife by the way, and you know of it, and you're not saying anything. Like, bro, this is, for us to fix this society, you have to come together as individuals to make it work. And that is not gonna happen if you see something and don't say nothing. You're not a street person, so the street, the do not snitch street thing does not apply to you. So if you see something, say something. Even though the people who are considered streets are still snitching on themselves. You get what I'm saying? So speak up, man. If it's not the right thing, speak up. And I hope Diddy gets the worst treatment ever because of what you did to people, the lives you took. So please, if you know someone who's going through this, report that, because we don't support this, man. We don't support this. You like, people out here who have kids, those are people's daughters, man, and sons. So yeah, stay safe, stay blessed. Do not become a Diddy out here. You guys take care of yourself.